crafty friend. It's Justine Dvorak from Stationery by Justine, where when I craft, my world stands still. Today is release day for Pajama Crafter stamps. So I'm streaming here on my channel and also over on the Pajama Crafter stamps channel. Not sure how many people we're going to get midday on a Friday in the summer, but that's just fine. If you're watching on the replay, you can always say hi in the comments and we can connect there. So today's release day, like I said, I just want to mention there is a Pajama Crafter Stamps hop going on over on Instagram. And that is through the 18th through the 22nd, like you can see on the screen there. And it will be a great time to see lots of fun projects and to have a chance for a little bit of a giveaway. So be sure to check that out. And let's see, let's talk about the new items for this month. I have them pulled up on my table here, although with all of my fancy lights, it's really reflective. So I've gone ahead, I have all of them here because we're going to make a penny slider card today. It's going to be so fun. But we're going to talk about the new products first. And because there's such a big glare, I actually have them pulled up so we can just look at them in a nice picture. Isn't that fun? So this one I think might be my favorite. This is the Unstoppable stamp set. It's so cute and very empowering. Oh, hi, Polly. I see Polly O and Sharon. Hello. Thanks for saying hi. Be on the lookout for your favorite set and let us know in the chat too. So there's this one, and this gal is just so cool. I actually made a card. This is my hop card with that stamp set. And I really enjoyed coloring her and practicing my shading with Copic markers with the metal on her armor and also with her hair and her eyes. It was just a lot of fun practicing shading and also her stance, practicing that shadow. And then I pulled in some dies from my stash to kind of give her a little armor placement for the card. This one happens to be 5x7, so a little bit bigger. And then also I used the stamp from the set, Unstoppable, and I put that on the bottom. But there's also some great sentiments on that set as well. Then let's go to the next one. The Struggle Bus stamps. These are so cute and perfect for a little encouragement card. I think these are so fun. I am going to have a video on my channel making this card. Ta-da! That will go up in a little bit, a few weeks. Next is the Dog Days of Summer. This one is so cute. I actually made a shaker card with it. So here's a pretty version of that card so you can see it with no glare on the shaker window. But here is the shaker in person. Isn't that so fun? I love a shaker card, and I thought this would be so fun to give the dogs a little pool and have them splashing around, just having fun. Hi, Judy. Judy says hello. So, and I used embellishments from Pajama Crafter stamps as well inside my shaker. So it was all around a fun Pajama Crafter stamps moment. So again, that's using the Dog Days of Summer stamp set. So incredibly fun. And this is a mini slimline size. All right, let's go to the next one. Is this Mix and Match Celebration sentiments. There is a sentiment for anything you can imagine. It's just packed. There's different sizes you can mix and match, and there's even a little champagne popper, some great stars and hearts that you can add to anything really. And I think this is going to be one of those stamp sentiments that is close by when I'm making cards because it is packed full of sentiments. Next is this one, the Chillin' with the Herd stamps. This is so fun with the cow. The sentiments are so funny. I love them. I have not made a card with this yet, but I will. There's some great examples over on the Instagram hop. Like I said, pop over to Instagram and you can check that out. Then there is the Ham It Up stamps, and this is what I'm going to make my penny slider card with. Oh, just kidding. I'm going to use the dogs. But this is a really cute set. I ended up using my stamp wheel. Look at this card. Oh, isn't he cute? I had a lot of fun stamping and coloring all of the images. That, again, is going to be a video on my channel. I have one more card here today to show you. I used the stamp set that is not from the new release, but I just had so much fun making it and enjoying the process of coloring. It is from this stamp set, Honor, Valor, Pride. I don't have a pretty picture of it loaded up, so you're going to just see it as it is. And I stamped just this much of the stamp, just a little bit. And then I added the adult sippy cup die set from Pajama Crafter Stamps, and I made this card with it. I also used the sentiment from the Unstoppable set. It was this one, About Courage. So really fun to kind of mix and match new with the old. Not that this is even that old, but you get it. So if you are watching today live, I would love to answer questions as I go along in the chat. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel and to the Pajama Crafter Stamps channel wherever you're watching, and we would love that. Okay, so for my card, I wanted to make a penny slider. I'm so excited because I love making interactive cards. And I love giving them too. They're just so fun to give as a gift. So I'm going to pull out a few things from my stash and highlight some fun new things from Pajama Crafter Stamps. So I have my Copic markers all ready. So prepared today. And we're going to color up these little dogs first, and these dogs are going to be swimming in the pool, and they're going to be going all over the place. So once this video is finished, after it's been live, I will go ahead and put a timestamp down below. So if you're watching this on the replay and you don't really care about me coloring the stamped images, that's fine. You can just skip ahead to the penny slider of it all. And you'll be able to know how to make a penny slider by the end of this, at least a dime slider, because we're not going to use pennies. Spoiler alert. Okay. Let's start with the flamingo because that is hot pink and it makes me excited to color it. So that is what I'm going to color first. And I'm going to use two hot pinks. I don't love the Copic colors. If we're just being really like close friends here, I don't love the pinks from Copic, but I do love these two together. So it's RV04 and RV06. They are helpful for making very bright, vibrant things. And this is just going to be a rough coloring, nothing too crazy, just adding shadow where I think shadow should be. And now I'm going to have this little guy be pink. And the ball with this dog is going to be on the top part of my card. At least that's the plan. So I think I'm going to make the beach ball pink as well. I think it will just pop like crazy pop with this gorgeous blue cardstock. This glitter cardstock, isn't it pretty? It looks like a pool. Okay. Moving on to my next color, and I probably should have done this one first because I think this is a little darker. But like I said, the pinks are kind of a mystery to me. How they interact with each other is a little odd. So this is just going to be kind of a quick color. Doesn't need to be like perfect, but yeah, that should do it. I love that the flamingo is looking down at the dog like, are you having fun yet, little friend? Oh, hi, Bonnie. That's great. Let's see, do I have RV02? I do not. Maybe it's in my my dead Copic marker pile. I do have a little graveyard of Copic markers that either need to be refilled or the nibs need to be replaced. And since we're friends, I'm just going to let you know I have never replaced or done anything to my Copic markers besides just putting the ones that are no longer usable in the graveyard. But that's fine. It's for another day's problem. And I have a lot of markers, so I don't know. I can use something else. Okay, pinks are done. I think this dog kind of looks like a husky to me. I think it could be kind of, I don't know, kind of looks like a corgi too. I think you could make it however you want. But I'm going to go with the cool grays for coloring. And I'm going to put just a little bit of the C3, which is not too dark. It's still very, very light. And just put it kind of where there should be shadow. And then I'm going to make his little muzzle the darker area. What is your favorite stamp set from the new release? I'm nosy and I would love to know. So let me know in the chat. And this is C1, which is almost basically just almost a blender, a colorless blender. Okay, and then dogs usually have a darker nose. So I am going to make the tip of the nose darker, like so. All right, I think that guy is all set. Yes. And let's do the other one. I think his inner tube's going to be yellowy. And I'm going to use an E marker, which is kind of like reddish. I don't know. But on this card, I liked how it turned out with the orange and brown tones. So that is what we're going to color, similar to the other one. So Joy today, the owner, Joy is at a show in Duluth. I don't remember the state that she is in. I got all excited because I thought it was going to be Duluth, Minnesota, which is, I mean, it's not close, but it's not far away from me. But it's not Minnesota. I know that. So if you are going to a crafty event, look for Pajama Crafter stamps. If you're going to somewhere that says Duluth, be sure to check them out. Or you can shop online. I do have lots of things linked down below, so that's an option as well. All right, this little doggy's nose needs to be dark too. And then I'm going to use just some light browns for this dog. He's really teeny tiny and so, so cute. I think because he's so small and I'm going to be fussy cutting him out, I'm going to put a little piece of the pool paper behind him, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Oh, his little ears are flopped down. Just so cute. Bonnie says she likes the Mother Puffer stamps. I like those ones too. Those are from last month, but they are so great. You can always use those supplies multiple times. I had so much fun coloring the puffer fish. It is such a cutie pie stamp set. I love it. Okay. I'm thinking I want it to be a little bit lighter. So I'm going to grab maybe E51, if I can find it. Maybe E31. My sweet dad made me a marker mention. So I have all my Copic markers within arm's reach most of the time. As long as I'm not too messy in my craft room. I'm so excited. I'm getting ready for Paper Ganza right now. Before my live, I put a timer on and I was like, okay, what can I do in 40 minutes? Because I had everything kind of ready for the live and I thought, what can I do to not get my head out of crafting, but also be productive. And I decided to start getting, I'm going to fussy cut this out. So if I color outside the lines, don't be alarmed. Hi, Pam. Pam's here. Pam's part of the video team as well. So you might see Pam's videos over on the Pajama Crafter Stamps YouTube channel as well. So I'm getting ready for Paper Ganza. We leave next Thursday. I am so excited. And I was starting a pile to bring things there that I would like to rehome and give to other crafters. Melanie would be so proud of me. I can't wait to message her and tell her that I am organizing in my craft room. And I just love that I know that where I'm giving it to, people will love it, use it, and it won't be sitting in my house collecting dust. Okay, I am going to finish the coloring on these with a jelly roll pen, but I will be fussy cutting them out first because the jelly roll does take a little bit to dry. And knowing me, I'll put my thumb right into it and then it will smear. So we don't need that. So I'm going to do the jelly roll at the very, very end after I am done basically with almost everything on the card. So if I start using it and I forget, tell me in the chat. And hopefully I see it before we get too crazy. But I am going to fussy cut these out right on the black line. I'm not going to leave a white edge this time. And we're just going to go around everything. I thought about doing this beforehand, but I wanted to show you the coloring of the new stamps because it's just fun to color. Even if you're not going to spend 3 hours coloring, if that's your jam, that's fine. But if you're new to stamping and such, and alcohol coloring is a little intimidating, I'm right there with you. You don't need to worry. You just have to practice. Okay, I'm having trouble with this little flamingo neck. I don't want to cut his head off. Thank you, Bam. Yeah, I just smeared my splatter this morning. I finished a Christmas card and I totally made a mess. But you know, maybe it's just some random star exploding in the background. I made a white man card this morning. I had a lot of fun last night on Better Press Babes with Melanie. We did our usual Better Press Babes night last night, so check that out on my channel as well. It was not sponsored by anybody. So there's that. What else has been going on? It's summer. I have been enjoying my summer, like really enjoying my summer. I haven't done much for school, but that's okay. That's what summer break is for. Oh, these little dogs are so cute. Do any of these dogs look like dogs that you have at your house? I would love to know. This one kind of, I think you could probably color it to look like a Yorkie, and I think that my mom would love to have a Yorkie card. By the way, if you're a Yorkie person out there, there is a stamp set that is a Yorkie stamp set. It has a Yorkie on it, actually. So that is available from Pajama Crafter as well. There's so many hidden gems over there that you should really check out on their website. Oh dear, Pam, you pulled your neck. That sounds awful. I hope you feel better. I've heard that that's very painful. Oh, thank you, Sharon. Yes, the Chihuahua. There's a Chihuahua on that same stamp set. Okay. All right, things are colored. We're going to set them off to the side. I'm going to work on building my not shaker. Got shaker cards on the brain. My slider area. So I'm going to make it with a 5x7 one. I'm excited to do this part. I'm a little intimidated if we're just going to be real. So I have these off to the side because these are going to be back pieces for the area that's going to be exposed. So what I'm first going to do is I'm going to make my little areas for my sliders to go on. And I'm using just some circle dies from my stash. Let's see. You probably are curious about measurements because that does matter to some people. Let's see. The opening, well, let's flip it over so it's actually like the die. So this small one is 1 3/4 inch. And this one is 2.5 inches. And I'm going to put the first opening down here. This is where my little flamingo guy is going to be traveling in his pool. And so this is just a piece of paper. And we're going to die cut it out. And I'm going to keep that center circle. And I'm going to be making a track here for my little doggy. I'm going to run this through my die cutting machine. You might hear it. It is a motored machine. I'm just going to make sure that circle is not crooked and it is mostly centered in the big circle. Hi, Lisa and Marianne and Shlana. I love watching or seeing your cards on Instagram, but I am horrible at pronouncing names. Okay, so I have my panel cut out and I'm going to save this little guy. This I'm going to use maybe on another card for a shaker, but I'm not going to use it today, so goodbye. And then I'm going to have my other little track up here. We're going to put that right about there-ish. Okay. This is kind of like a penny slider on a budget. But I have heard in the industry that there are a few different companies coming out with products that would replace using actual US currency or currency of wherever you're from. So I'm sure I'll be demoing that on my channel or someone else's channel in the future. Who knows? Okay. So I have my card base here. I'm just going to press it down because it seems to want to pop up. Give it a firm press. And then I'm going to add these sections next. These are, oh dear, I'm so sorry, I'm bumping the camera. We're going to put this panel here-ish. I am going to have a border around my card, so there will be a white border. So I'm just going to put it somewhere here, assuming that it will, yes, cover the hole. And then this one is just a scrap from another project. Just making sure it's going to cover. Thank goodness for liquid glue. Can wiggle it. Okay. And this panel is going to get a whole bunch of foam. And we're going to put it in on my card. Now, this foam, I should probably make sure that I am using foam that I'm going to have lots of. Okay. I'm going to use this sheet foam. It's not my favorite, but it does the job. Yes, I think it is Tailored Expression. I'm pretty sure Pear Blossom Press is coming out with something like that as well. So I'm just going to fold the foam in half so it is 2 layers thick, and then I'm going to be chopping this up like crazy. Now, whenever I cut foam, I always use my non-stick scissors because it's just so much more helpful. Yep, you definitely want to use the anti-static tool for sure. We're going to assemble another slider together. I have 2 done because all 3 of these little guys are actually going to slide. So great point. Actually, I'm going to rip that up because this is too close to where it's going to be sliding. Yikes, that made me a little nervous. Let's just do a really skinny piece. We're live, so you're seeing all of the process here. Okay. I'm going to just kind of make areas for supporting the panel here, but I don't want to go too close to the circles. Yes, these scissors are fabulous, and I blinged up my scissors, as you can see. These are from Spellbinders. And the blue paper was from Spellbinders. They don't sell it anymore, but if you go somewhere where they have glitter cardstock, they probably have something similar that you could pick up. But I love glitter cardstock, and I think that this looks just like pool water. So that's what we're doing with the cardstock. So sorry for all the squeaks. This is like audio pollution. I've had this little tickle in my throat. I've been going on morning walk, jog runs. With my husband, and yeah, the pollution is pretty rough from all the fires in Canada here in Minnesota. So I don't know what is going on, but not loving it. I just hope everybody's okay. Okay, just add a couple more pieces of foam. Like I said, I don't want it to get too close to any of the areas. I might just have to hope for the best there and get pretty skinny pieces ready to go just to support, but I don't want it to get in the way. But I saw some penny slider-ish products, and I did not want to wait to order it from anywhere, and I wanted to make my own. So a lot of times in the craft world, there'll be products to replace things that people have been doing for a long time, and the old becomes new again, just like everything else. Okay, I think that is as supported as I can be without interfering with the actual movement. So here we go. We're going to set it down. I will probably, let's put liquid glue down because I'm nervous that I'm not going to get this straight. So the liquid glue just helps wiggle, little wiggle room. Yes, you are so right. It is the real deal. So what should I bring to Paperganza? It's kind of like a crop. It's not really a crop, but it's kind of like a crop. What supplies are helpful? Shalana, I remember seeing that you went to Nashville this spring. Was there anything that you forgot when you were there? I feel like I'm going to forget something really simple. Like I'm going to forget my liquid glue or forget my black ink pad for stamping different stamps. I need to make a 2-pack list. Okay. Oh, good tip, Pam. She says, always bring extra adhesive. Okay, I'm going to set it down and I am going to lift my card up so I can kind of get a good look at it because we are filming and I can't get my head where the camera is. Oh, perfect. And I had planned for these. I think it was supposed to go the other way. Yep. Yes, because my little blue areas in the back were going to cover my background. Phew. Okay, see, I would not have been able to do that if I didn't use the liquid glue. Okay. I think that is as good as we can get it, as straight as possible. Ha. Phew. Okay, that part is done. Okay. Then I'm going to put the center in. Then we're going to pop these little guys in. So I feel like that might need a little foam, but we'll just have to keep an eye on it. And then I'm going to anti-static everything before I get crazy. So I have my little anti-static tool here. And then I have some foam to pop up the middle pieces here. I don't want them too big because I don't want it to interfere with the sliding motion. I do not even keep change in my summer purse. So I have a purse that I use during the school year to, carry like my lunch and my water and all the million things that teachers carry into school. But I didn't even have any coins or anything in my summer little clutch. So I had to raid my piggy bank. So that sounds silly. It's true though. Okay, my husband takes all the quarters and he puts them in a separate area. So it wasn't too hard to find what I needed. Okay, we're looking good. This looks like little donuts. I think I'm hungry. Alcohol and water sprayer. Oh, that's a good idea for cleaning stamps. Yeah. Okay, well, I love hearing your story there. So I can just pop these in. Mine are a little bit of it's a little loose, but whoa, that needs to dry. Probably should not have used liquid glue on this center thing, but that's fine. It's going to have a minute to dry anyway. But just to pop them in like that, and then they're going to slide around. Isn't that fun? Like I said, I did not invent this. This has been around for ages. But just wait until I get the little dogs on them. It's going to be so cool. But basically, you need a track. You need your background lifted up. And then you need something to slide around. And that's it. It's really simple. So I'm going to add more foam because I'm looking at this and just noticing that things are sliding and such. And it's because I have glitter cardstock. And glitter cardstock takes forever and a day to dry with liquid glue. So we're going to get new foam on there. But luckily enough, my circle openings are hopefully going to be big enough to support everything. So things are going kind of to plan as best as we can when it's live. Good idea to add extra area in the luggage. Okay, so what I'm going to do is stick these items right onto here. And we'll just stick it on. So sorry. Using 40 whole cents for this card to happen. I have a feeling that the little button press things that are coming out are going to be even cheaper to make, but this is what we're going to do so far. And I'm going to flip it over so the weight of the coins is going to help hold down and press down on the glue. And then let's make a penny slider for this little guy with dimes. I use the title penny slider because that is the technique that people know and the term that they use, but we're using dimes. So I'm using some foam that I had in my stash, nothing fancy. And I'm going to put it right on to one of them. It does not matter if it's heads or tails. I do have a family dog that is a Yorkie, yes. My little chicken nugget. All right, and then I took the release tape off and I am just going to stick it on like so and just give it a firm press. And then what I did with the other two is I took my anti-static tool. This is from Rabbit Hole Designs. And it just has this like dry clay in there. And just give it a little dusting. And this is going to help. Ooh, it is definitely dusty. Keep everything moving around. And I'm also going to take that and put it all around my track because I have it out and about. And that will just help everything be sliding and hopefully not get too stuck. All right, my little doggy is too small for my coin. So I'm going to take some scrap of the glitter cardstock that I happen to have. And we'll just eyeball a circle. Fussy cut it out. Maybe not a circle, but just like a little shape for him to be around. Like so. Just enough to cover the coin, basically. That'll do. That'll do. And we're just going to glue it on. I have to be kind of gentle with this guy because, like I said before, glitter cardstock takes a little bit longer to dry, so that's fine. Hi, Paula. Welcome, welcome. It's good to see everybody in the chat. Okay, like I did with the other one, I'm going to flip this over and let it dry a little bit. And as I do that, we're going to get the sentiment done and dusted. Not actually dusted. Actually, I think I will dust it because we're going to use a sentiment that is heat embossed. So I'm going to put my little stamps back onto my stamp set before I lose them because I am known to lose my stamps. So there are fun sentiments on here. And there's also that sentiment set that I was showing you before. So I think we're going to make a birthday card. We're going to say happy birthday, sun's out, tongue's out. Feeling ambitious today. Okay, let's find some blue paper to match-ish the glitter cardstock from my scrap bin. I think that'll work. Wow, that happened to be on top. I'm going to use this scrap just because there's a little bit more. I'll have more chances to get things positioned correctly. Okay, so the happy birthday is going to go on top since that sentiment is biggest. I'll pop a picture on the screen of what that set looks like. It's so cute. Perfect for everything that you might need. Happy birthday. And then this is the dog days of summer. Leave that up for just a minute so people can see if they're joining us. It is release day for Pajama Crafter. It's great. Happy birthday to you. Now, I wonder if I should put the sentiment like stacked this way. I think so. Happy birthday, like this. I love a heavy sentiment card. Maybe I'll even use the other one. All the sentiments. Dog days of summer. I don't know if that's very birthday-ish. Happy birthday. Anyone have any thoughts that they'd like to say in the chat? Maybe any advice? Happy birthday. I don't know. These are kind of, I don't know, it'd be kind of like they're floating. That seems like a lot of sentiments. Be kind of a fun retirement card. Happy retirement. Maybe congratulations on your retirement. Maybe congratulations. I just can't have it be too big because it needs to not interact with the sliding area. I think I'll just stick with happy birthday. Keep it simple. Pardon me. I think we're going to do just happy birthday. That'll be great. So I've got my little block. And we will get clear ink. I'm just going to anti-static the paper as well because we're going to heat emboss this. I love having heat emboss sentiments with white lettering. I think it just pops so much. My favorite is with black paper and white lettering. I think that combination looks so good. So you'll see that on a lot of my cards. And I just ordered from Hero Arts more fine detail embossing powder because I feel like I'm low. Do I look like I'm low? Looking at it now, I don't think I'm low, but I use it almost every time I craft. So seems like one of those things that I need to have around. All right, I am going to mute it because I'm using my heat tool and this is a little bit loud. So hold on. And I do have people ask, well, how do you heat emboss without the paper warping? Well, if you let your heating tool heat up for a little bit before you bring it to your project, chances are your project will not warp as much. It might warp still a little, but it won't warp as much. All right, I need some kind of a little shape for my sentiment, and I have some shaped dies. I think this might fit. Oh, it's a little bit goofy. Well, if I put it off to the side and then chop there, it should be fine. This is my dies and things that have been lost in my craft room. That's what that stack is. So we'll use this one, another die from my stash. Yeah, there's a lot of sentiments there. Pam saying, sun's out, tongue's out, happy birthday, congrats on your divorce. Yikes. Also, heat the back of the paper too. You're right. Yep, that's another way to do it. This cardstock is a little bit thicker, so it really didn't warp too much. But if you're using a thin cardstock, you're probably going to have it warp no matter what you do. But that's reality. Okay, I'm going to get my little trimmer because I have more control with it, and we'll just chop off the edge. And then that will not be in the way of my card. Now I'm questioning, should I put another sentiment down here? I think I might do that. But I might do that after the live is over because you're probably here for the penny slider of it all, and we have not even finished that yet. So I'll probably add the other sentiment when we are finished, but that'll be right there. How cute is that? Oh, that's good. Another happy accident. All right. So I'm going to anti-static these once again because it has been about, I don't know, I did this yesterday afternoon, prepped these other two. So it's been about roughly 24 hours since they've been anti-static. So might as well get them extra anti-static again. Okay, words are not coming to me. I'm using my reverse tweezers to kind of help guide it in. If your track is really, really tight, that probably would not work. So you're going to want to make sure you put it on before you close your trap. Mine is a little bit loose, so I'm able to slide them in, kind of. Just have to bend the paper just a tiny bit and pop them in. If you were giving this style card to a child, I would definitely make your track a little smaller, but how fun is this? Oh boy, you know what I'm going to be doing this afternoon is playing with this thing. That is so fun. Oh my goodness. Aren't they adorable? Oh, my little dog moved. And I am going to just pull it up. Oh no, I beheaded him. Look away. It's fine. Everyone's going to be fine. Must have happened when I flipped it over. We're just going to scrape off that paper and reattach his head. Oh, I'm happy to be here for you, Pam. I know what you mean. Sometimes we are alone. Whee! That is so fun. Oh my goodness. I like the flamingo guy the best. This will be extra fun with more balls too. I might add maybe 2 more beach balls and a sentiment here. Okay, well, I'm going to finish this live off by just adding some extra white gel pen, and we'll finish off. And when I add my shine, I just look for things that might be higher areas or things that might catch the light. It's nothing too serious, and sometimes I do dots, sometimes I do light lines. It just depends on my mood. Something like this is an inflatable floaty. It's definitely going to have highlighting areas and some puckered areas. So that's just all fine and dandy. Just add a little there and a little bit of some highlight lines here, even though they're going to move around like crazy. The highlight line and area will change, but that's what we've got going on. What do you think? It's pretty fun. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this off camera by adding this sentiment down with some foam. I'll probably pop it up. I'll add another little sentiment down here and we'll call this one good. It's just such a fun little loop-de-loop card. Are you wanting to try one of these now? I definitely want to make more. I think this is so fun. And if you make one and it goes horribly, try again because you never know. So again, let's look back at the new items. Again, there's that Pajama Crafter stamps, Instagram hop going on. There's the Unstoppable stamps, Struggle Bus, Dog Days of Summer, Mix and Match Celebration sentiments. Oh, there's this stencil. I didn't even talk about the stencil, Starburst stencil. I don't have that one yet in my craft room, but I'm excited. Starburst stencils I use often, and I think this one will be great to have on hand. Chillin' with the Herd and Ham It Up. So I hope that you've enjoyed today. I am part of the video team over here on Pajama Crafter Stamps. So go ahead and hit the like button if you liked or learned anything, and subscribe to my channel for more content in the future. And I hope you have a great time hopping along and watching and looking at other people's creations over on Instagram. So we'll see you later. Bye, crafty friend. Thanks for being here today. And happy crafting. Bye-bye.